Welcome back to weekly Forexcast. All right. As always, starting with the dollar index. All right. We see that the dollar has been overall in this uptrend, right? Here on the daily, price has been in the uptrend, creating these higher highs and higher lows. So this last week, we had an extended move to the downside. All right. But to end the week, price is finding support at this level of structure. So if we look to the left, this was a solid level on the retest. All right, continuing this uptrend, eventually giving us this higher high here. All right, so now we're forming price action, we're forming rejection from this level. You can see here, price came down, formed like this pin bar rejection. All right, nice hammer type rejection with a nice wick, and we see prices holding above this level. So going into this week, I am bullish. My bias is bullish on the dollar. I'm anticipating the dollar to continue up from this level. All right. Early in the week, I mean, possibly maybe see some type of pullback. But overall, as long as price stay above this retest or this test of structure support, I would expect price to give us a bullish wave this week. All right. Now, if we break above this structure, that's even better. And we can look for the dollar to continue up. All right. So with that, we'll see how some of the majors are developing to go in line with that. All right, USDCHF. All right, so USDCHF, I actually gave this, it's been really, last week it was a bit choppy and slow and back and forth on some of these pairs. So USDCHF, I actually gave this signal out in VIP. It's actually in profit still. My bias still remains the same with this. Okay, so if we look at this, let's say on the daily, all right, price had a big fall here. All right, big sell-off going along with the drop that we saw in the dollar. All right, but now where we're at a level of structure. Look to the left. This was a nice level of demand where price had to move up here on the daily. All right, in the past, this was also a previous level of resistance. All right, it was resistance here. So these are some of your strongest levels where it's a level that's been tested multiple times, and it's a level where you can see that it's acting as support, and it was once resistance. Okay, so now we see we got nice daily support holding on this level. All right, so if we go down to the 4-hour, price formed. To me, this actually, all right, looks like an inverted head and shoulders right here, actually, on the 4-hour. All right, we got this slight, the head, peak of that wick, left shoulder, right shoulder. All right, and we see price now extending to the upside. All right, so going into this week, I'm still bullish on this. I would look for USDCHF to continue up. All right. So it can either just continue here. Let's say continue here, creating higher highs. All right. And on the pullbacks, you could get opportunities. All right. Or even if it's, let's say it pulls back early in the week, it could set up for another opportunity up. But overall, I would say look for another bullish wave coming on USDCHF. EU. So EU is ranging around this level. But if we look at this on a weekly, price has been in the downtrend, right? So we're creating these lower lows and lower highs. Lower lows and lower highs, right? If we look at it on a daily, where we're currently at, we're retesting a previous structure that played as a level of lower high structure in the past that started the extension down, forming this lower low. So now around this level, this is a level of structure that you pay attention to. Like, does price want to break above this and hold above to continue up? Or does it want to reject and hold? All right. So far it's looking like a rejection, possibly. Okay, because price did come up here. It's looking like we possibly had a false breakout here, closed back below, pulled up, had another move down. All right, and to end the week, we had this slight pull back here, and it gave us a move down. So I would like to see more here on EU. But if we judging this based off of, like, let's say the daily, we are starting to get rejections. We see nice wick rejection. Prices felling by looking to the left. Always look left to go right. Prices felling to stay closed above this level, all right, of resistance. So now going into this week, all right, I would say if price continues to break down here, let's say it breaks down, breaks structure, continues to break structure here on those pullbacks, right, or retest, look for the opportunity I would look for the opportunity for the next wave down. All right. And based off of the daily, you know, we could see price pull into this level. Okay. All right. Now, if it was to come down here and continue even further down, breaking structure, then we could see a bigger move down. Similar to what happened here. Price broke below, came back for the retest, and continued. So price action and market structure is key. So we just got to look to trade in line with structure, and we'll be good. GU. So GU had an extended move up as well with the dollar weakness that came in. So looking at this on a weekly, but overall, we have been from this high, we have been in this downtrend, right? Lower highs and lower lows, extending this big lower low here that actually tested the all-time low on GU. And if we look at this on a weekly, I'm not surprised that price had another pump up, because here on the weekly, this price closed with a bullish engulfing. All right, that's a sign that the bulls are still in control. After that, it pulled up even higher, reaching this psychological level, right, 1.2. Okay, so now price is given a rejection from that level. So I'm interested to see if price want to have some type of corrective play this week. If we get the dollar to hold, we likely could see GU continue. Okay, we see right here on the daily, we had a nice shooting star type rejection right here. Nice wick rejection, closed below that level, and you see prices failing to break back above. All right, so this could be our sign of another wave down. So normally when I see an impulse from a level, right, of structure, like they say similar to this, price initially rejected here, slight pullback, and then gave another wave down. All right, so after seeing that type of price action, typically I would like to see price continue. You know, something like this. Like, I would like to see price come back for the pullback or the retest and give us another wave down. All right, like our price drop, sold off, pullback, retest. So this is possibly a level where we could see price continue down from here. All right. So going into this week early, I will be looking at this level. Okay. We can like see it here. We'll be looking at this level because what it did was we retesting this lower high that's set up for this extension down. All right, you see here we got a bearish engulfing. All right, so I do like this level for a potential short. All right, something like that right here or even further down. So this is a potential opportunity that we see developing. All right, so possibly maybe on a slight pullback or price continues to break down here. You catch the next pullback opportunity and, you know, look to catch that wave down. All right. In order to invalidate any sales here, we need to see price break above that structure and head back towards this level. All right. But even if that was to happen, you know, we still can potentially see a setup for something like this, a higher price, and then possibly go. All right. So we'll see how price develop early. You know, I would like to see how price develops going into Monday. And, you know, if you're in the Discord, I will keep you guys up to date. Also, if you're in a free Telegram, you know, I still send out projections and things I'm looking for. All right. All USD. All right. So AU, same thing like all the other dollar pairs. I mean, overall, you know, we've been in a downtrend. Okay. So now these price had extended corrective plays up. With this, I could take this trend line. Actually, you know, it was a different trend line I was looking at. Let me see. And this peak here. Extend this one out. All right, so we can see price is not rejecting that trend line. Also, where we're at a level of structure looking to the left. This was a structure level, really around 0.67. All right, that's a psychological, that's a strong level of structure on AU looking to the left. You know, it's a major level of support right here, a nice level of support. All right, you can even look further out on this, and you're going to see around this level is a level of structure with support there in the past, eventually played as a point of resistance where it came back and stayed below. So this is a level that paying attention to, right? So seeing a nice close back below this level could identify as a short. Me personally, I'm actually short in this. I went short on this before the close of the week on this retest here, because really after seeing this breakdown, Really, this could be considered like a double top right here. This right here. This could be considered somewhat of a double top. After that, price did give us this impulsive extension down. All right. So after an impulse move like that, close below structure, right? On this pullback or retest is when I look for the potential continuation wave down. So that's really what I'm anticipating on AU. I'm looking for AU to continue down. I like the daily rejection we're getting. All right, the 4-hour rejection we're getting on that retest. So overall, I would say look for a continuation down. All right, so possibly look for a pullback. All right, this is like a bearish flag breaking down right here. All right, so we can look for this pulls back some, on a pullback, you could possibly catch that. All right, but overall, at least definitely back down to this low. All right, or you could look for price. If price comes down here, breaking that structure, then you could catch the next opportunity, pullback, retest, and look for this to come down even further. Because looking at this on the daily, or even the weekly, you can see the weekly. We had nice bullish pump corrective play, and we're still in the downtrend. So this could potentially come back down. You see this structure down here, down towards this structure, right? Down towards 0.65 to 0.655 to, roughly in this structure that acts as a level of resistance in the past. All right. So that's AU. Bias is short going into the week. And then GJ. So looking at GJ, GJ has been interesting, really from this peak high. If I look at this on a weekly, all right, from this high, look in the past, this was a level of structure, all right, of resistance in the past. Price fell from. This was also played as a level of support before price broke it and retested it and had a big move down. So on the weekly, price came up to that level, right? Had a strong sell-off from that level, all right? So we can look at this like this. Price had, right here, price had this extension down, impulsive extension down, slight pullback, had a pullback here, and then had another extension down, forming a lower low. So this is now giving us a bigger correction. So on this correction, I believe we could be setting up for the next wave, all right? But if we could possibly get a deeper pullback up before any move down. And if you like the Elliott waves, this is like first wave, second wave, third wave, and this is setting up for the fourth wave, which I believe was set up for the fifth wave down. All right, that's a potential right there. And understanding how the market does move in waves. So looking at this on a daily, me personally, I would let it do its thing when it comes to the buy. I'm going to be looking for the short opportunity. All right, so possibly this pull up a little higher, into this level, roughly into this level, and possibly set up, for the short going in there. Okay, because looking to the left, this is a nice level of resistance. You see the supply level where price had drops there. All right, also here, nice level of supply there. Okay, so if price pushes up into this level that I have drawn in, that's here, roughly around 168. All right, I will look for a potential setup to catch that move. All right. And then NZDUSD going in line as well. So you can see this has really been in the downtrend from this high, but then you see price came down really to this level of demand here. Found demand at the same level of structure. All right, so lowest it's been since 2020 and had a bounce up. All right, so now where price is at is retesting a level of structure. If we look to the left here on the daily, this was a nice level of demand or support here in the past before it broke below that. Okay, also right here was support, right? It was support here before it broke below, eventually broke back above, found support. All right, but once it broke below it, it found resistance on the retest and continued. So this is the level that we're at now, and we're starting to get some type of rejection here on the daily. All right, we're seeing these wick rejections. If I go down to the 4-hour, price actually just printed. This is a potential double top forming right here. Potential double top. And price actually just formed this nice evening star right here. This is an evening star. Okay. So I will be on this expecting a potential short continuation for the short. I like what I'm seeing here. Because when I see that we're at this level of structure on the daily, I come to the 4 hour, I see this price action candle. I can go to the 1 hour, even on the 1 hour, I see price printed this like shooting star rejection candle. All right, bearish shooting star, which is a good sign as well when I'm in the level of structure. Could have took a sell there, stop loss above it. All right, you see price dropped about 30 pips, but I'm looking for this to come down at least to this point right here. All right, and then of course, if this is a double top, this will be considered like our neckline. All right, so if price comes down there, let's say, and it also breaks that structure, then I expect us to go even further down. All right, so early in the week, possibly maybe get a slight pullback. All right, if price pulls up some, and you look for some type of potential opportunity, stop loss still above that high, at least looking for price to come back down to this level support, possibly even lower. All right. So those are the pairs on my watch list. Primarily, I'm monitoring the dollar. I'm still looking at the JPY as well. And real quick, actually, let me look at gold before I end this. Let me look at gold. So gold as well. We came to this level of structure, right? Around this level of structure where it had a sell-off in the past. Okay. Now, if I look at this, let's say on the 4 hour, we're starting to break down, looking to the left, slightly breaking below structure here, support structure. All right. Also, if we look to the past, look to the left. All right. This was a level of resistance in the past. All right. As well as support. So it's breaking back below this level, what could be a sign of another potential drop. And especially if the dollar holds, then it's likely that we'll see gold sell off. Okay. So really, you see, we did break structure. We broke structure here, really forming a lower low right here. All right. We also broke this structure right here, the structure support. Okay. So on the pullback, on this pullback, possibly, I would say look for potential continuation wave to the downside. All right. So overall this week, I will be monitoring the dollar, like some of the majors, JPY as well. And let's just be patient and let's see if any of these moves come to us. If you're on VIP, I will keep y'all up to date. Let's keep being patient and let's, allow the market to come to us and let's tap in. Let's catch some pips. See you all in the next one.